Hey everybody, Brett from AstartesGaming here, back with another episode of our Total War Attila Western Roman Empire campaign. Last time around, we picked back up after being gone for a couple of months because of some weird issues with the game. But now that we're back, we are right back in the swing of things. And we've got some stuff to take care of in terms of troop movements in Africa, and then continuing to fortify our eastern border here. So the first thing I'm going to do, and this is an idea I had last episode that you guys seem to agree was a good idea, and that is that we're going to move the Emperor out of this legion and have him become a governor. And we'll make him the governor of Liguria because that's where our capital is, Mediolanum. So, Vindonius Crassus, I imagine you are a good governor. Yeah, 5 stars. So, I wouldn't mind putting you somewhere else. I just need you not to be there. I guess I could put him in charge of, like, Narbonnesis. I mean, even any of these places, like maybe Pannonia. Although that would, of course, like risk him getting killed if the city there ever fell. But maybe Dalmatia. That's a little bit safer. So let's give him the boot there, and it'll take him a turn to arrive. And actually, I probably could have done that next turn because it's gonna do the same thing for the Emperor here when I give him the boot. So I don't have any generals available? Really? Like, not even one. Huh. Well, apparently this guy wasn't killed, he was just injured, so that's good. You're already a general, so... Yeah, see, he's a patron. So I want him to be governing as well, not... Let's see. Are you any good? You're also a patron? You're a general. You're a governor. And you're a merchant, so that actually works out pretty well. Is there anybody who's a governor who's not suited to it? Apparently not. Let's see. I'll take the additional research rate there, and then there should be something that'll give us extra public order. Where are you, governor, though? You know, we'll do tax rate, because every province at this point has positive public order, so it's not like that's pressing. And apparently you have skill points. That's interesting. Let's do the wealth from agriculture, because every province has a lot of farms. And is there anybody, like, we can promote you, but is there anybody that's, like, more in need of one? Because I like to promote people that have a lot of extra influence. That way, I don't have to worry about them spending it against me. I could give you a severe demotion, but that seems ill-advised. So, Publius, I think you're gonna get a new appointment. And I have no idea where we're gonna come up with another general at this point. Let's see, so... That only affects governed provinces, which is really unfortunate. Is there anybody who is a governor that would be better suited to generalship? It doesn't look like it. You're a general. I was like clicking on you. You're a governor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was, for the most part, careful with my choices. And so, it might be difficult to find anybody at this stage. Although I guess I could disband my navy and make you a general. That's the thought. It could work. I don't really need the navy. We're not using it. It's just kind of taking up money and space. And I'm pretty sure every governor I have is a proper governor. So, Lucius Triarius, you are no longer going to be an admiral. Because the Saxons have long since been dealt with, so we don't really need this fleet here. I may end up regretting this, It's entirely possible the Geats might sail down next turn and hit Camulodunum, but it's a chance I'm just going to have to be willing to take. So we'll disband that. Next turn, he'll be ready to take office. Excuse me, not take office. Take up the Emperor's general position, and then we'll move some people around. But I guess we can't do that right now. So the Emperor's going to have to remain a general for one more turn. Let's see. Public order is going up here, although not as much as I would like. We'll keep working on that. And then I believe this legion did still need some new recruits. We'll get some Legio. You know what? Here's what we'll do. Where are you? So your legion is all built up now. We're going to shift some people around. I need you to go south this way. You're going to move to Savaria. And then we'll shift the Emperor's Legion to garrison Sopene. Sirmium's going to remain undefended, although I don't love the thought of that. I did invest in an upgrade for the actual city, though. So while there's no additional garrison added, it does improve the walls. And so it'll remain to be seen how helpful that is. But eventually, I think I'll add a guard post to this, just to improve the garrison that's actually here, because I'd rather not have to garrison walled cities if I can help it. Like, I hate having to waste legions on this, but I can't help that. And you're going to move to Siska, where you should be able to recruit some cavalry. Perfect. So let's disband you. And the thought of doing it kind of pains me, but I might want to get rid of you guys as well. I'm not sure yet, but let's disband this cavalry. And then we're going to recruit some Legio. And I think we'll do... Unfortunately, we only have enough to do one right now. So I probably should have just left those mercenaries here. Although this legion's not going to be fighting anytime soon. They have artillery. Although that's awfully expensive. Let's do some Kantari. And we'll have to wait until next turn to do the others. But we'll do a couple of melee cav and then 2 Kantari. And I feel like I'm missing something in here. Like, what do these legions have that that one doesn't? Oh, okay. So because I didn't do the Manalatoid pikes, I might need to do maybe some additional spears or something. I'm not sure how we'll do that. Maybe I can do extra Legio. I don't know, but we'll figure something out. It's just the composition's a little bit different. So that's all taken care of. In Africa, did we already move you guys? Because we are preparing ourselves for a war against them. And no, it doesn't appear that we have. So the question becomes, how far can I move and still fortify? Let's try that. Ooh, that was close. Alright. Wow. That is a very, very good spy. That's kind of concerning, actually. Can you recruit mercenaries here? It's all the same. Ooh. Those are really expensive onagers. I wouldn't mind some artillery, but that's just insanely expensive. But yeah, so I think next turn we'll advance these guys to about here. We'll refortify, and then we'll declare war. And hopefully we can get the Garamantians to take that with our help. The Franks don't appear to have been successful up here. In fact, it looks like they were defeated, which is concerning because I really need them to take this. I may have to ignore that for now and send the Alamans after this instead. I don't know if that's ever going to get dealt with. So let's try that, because I think the Alamans are more poised to win a battle anyways. So let's do that. And hopefully they'll get on that right away. I might need to cross this river here to help out the Franks. I don't know if they'll be able to do it without my help, but I'm very reluctant to leave Colonia Agrippina undefended. I still don't know what's causing the name thing, but I haven't really had the opportunity to check. So not much I can do until I finish recording and all that. I am recording these in batches, obviously. Let's see. I might be able to get them to join my empire.
Goes before you. Find a welcome here and speak as you wish.
Whoops. I didn't think they'd be interested in that, but it was worth checking. Because I wouldn't mind having that entire province. Although I don't really need territory down here, but... you know, whatever. Is there any chance that you would be interested in trading with me? I get the feeling no.
In time, two things always smell.
Well, again, worth checking. We've certainly gotten trades with less likely partners, so... yeah, I don't really see anything else that we can do here. Okay. Well, I suppose it's about time for us to end the turn then. Have they still not converted? I thought the Franks were Christians at this point. They are, so they did convert, but it seems like the majority is still Germanic pagan there, which is kind of interesting.
My wits and words are yours.
Yeah, only just, but still. I wonder if... it must be you doing that. Yeah, I think it's her that's making that happen. So we might need to assassinate her. We don't have any spies yet, though. And then it looks like next turn I need to start building here. Londinium is ready for some serious upgrades, and so that'll be worth doing. But let's go ahead and advance. We've done about all we can do, so we'll start fresh with the next turn and get ready for that war in Africa. Oh wow, a lot of upgrades apparently happened there. Marinus, let's see. That's not going to help you as a governor. That's free food, so that's certainly not a bad idea. Additional recruitment capacity would be nice, but he's the governor of Attila, and we're not recruiting there, so that doesn't really help me. Lower construction cost does, so we'll grab that. And then lower corruption would also help. Yeah, it was worth a few hundred gold, so that works. Spurious, I have no idea who you are, but apparently you're a governor in Spain. Or España. Let's see. Is there anything that would boost research? I don't think so. Oh well. What about here? Anything that'll boost research? Sure. Okay, and then we'll spend a point there and a point here. And then finally Eutropius, our priest. We've given him all the passive upgrades we can. And let's see. Oh, you're actually in Italy. So in that case, we should upgrade Inspire Populace, because that's what he's doing, I believe. And then let's go with Pessimism or something. Alright, so it looks like the Huns are continuing to try to upset our people, but they aren't succeeding. Oh, yes they are. Mission failed. I don't remember what we were supposed to do here. Oh, damn, we missed it by a turn. That's a shame. Because we were going to do that anyways, but... I mean, this would have been nice, but it's not critical. I don't think we have any province with bad public order right now. We have a new mission issued. It wants me to research language of comradeship in 21 turns, and that would give us martial ambition, which would boost our further military research by 20%. And then Publius Symmachus was able to secure his appointment. That's great. Right, so I tore down some churches to make room in the capital for, well, something else. I think I'd like to build a capital. Yeah, I think I want a capital in the capital, because that makes sense, right? So, we'll deal with that later. Let's see. That was a rally field. I don't need a rally field here anymore. We're not recruiting in the capital, so there's no point in having it. Although I could potentially build one in Seguzio because I don't need local industry. Although it's not hurting anything, it's just giving me a little bit of extra money. And then we finished some food. Let's see, trait gained bishop. Firmius Aquila, is he the one in Francia? No, he's all the way down here. Okay. Right, well, let's do Inspire Populace, because that's, I think, what he's doing right now. And then we'll just unlock some more abilities. Anything else? No, apparently not. That was kind of an uneventful end turn. Let's see, so I wanted to upgrade Londinium. Let's go ahead and open that up. I don't know what I would want to build here. I could start building administration buildings here as well. Where does that get me, though? Statues. I wouldn't mind like a monument or a statue. There's no downside to these. They just give you extra public order. Or we could eventually go for a royal court, and that would allow me to get champions. It's just that's going to be a hefty food cost. But having champions would be helpful. And even if we just left it as a governor's estate, that is a lot of public order. So that's something to think about. Cameo Dunham. I'm trying to improve the garrison here, so it may be worth taking this up, although that apparently only gets me 2 archers, which I hate anyways, so I don't know if that's particularly useful. This would get me an additional ship, but I'm wondering if it might have been a better idea to build a military wharf there. Although nobody's seemingly coming to attack it, so maybe it's not an issue. What about up here? Eboricum could potentially use an upgrade, but that's not exactly pressing. Squalor is a bit of an issue here, so I could take this up to 4. Can we afford that food hit? Yeah, we can, so let's do that. And that'll get rid of any outbreak chance that we currently have there. So let's see. This legion needs a bit more cavalry. Let's take care of that before anything else. And is there any mercenary cav available? There is Hunnic cav, but I already had that and I just disbanded it, so it doesn't really make sense to just recruit it right back. So I think I'll go with Dalmatian cav instead, although, again, I like the German mounted warband better. And I can recruit 1 more unit, so how do I want to do that? I'm wondering if I should get more Manalatoy pikes. Maybe I screwed up here and I should have done that instead. Yeah. Although that leaves me with 3 slots. Yeah, so I would have to disband these guys. But I guess that's fine. They are, even though they are very good, they are also expensive. So I'm going to disband you guys, as much as it pains me to do it. You guys are going to go as well. 2 of them, not all of them. And that leaves me with 4 slots after the cavalry is done to recruit the Manalatoy pikes. And I'll do 1 now and the other 3 later. But that'll get this to more or less the same army composition as the other armies in this area. Let's see, everything looks pretty good here. So I don't really necessarily need to upgrade anything. So just doing a quick survey of our provinces here. There are some with pestilence happening, but it doesn't look like we have any public order problems. It is bad here, but it is improving. And it looks like most of what we're building is going to work toward fixing that. So that's fine. Would this give me... Yeah, that actually does give public order, so let's take that too. And the extra sanitation is helpful for later. There is sanitation issues here. I'm already upgrading the sanitation building, so that works out just fine. It might be worth upgrading this, but that is going to add more squalor. Only 1 though. And it would boost the public order, but that's not really that helpful. I'm actually more interested in the additional garrison. It's just an extra legio though. And an extra archer. I don't know if that's worth it. And then let's see. Everything's fine in these. Thracia is improving, and it's improving fairly quickly, actually. So I'll probably just leave that alone, and that begs the question then, where do I spend all this money? I guess in Londinium I should at least take that upgrade. Then I gotta figure out what I want to do here. I may tear all this down and start over. I don't know. I know that bugs some people, but I like to have things very organized, and when they're out of order and kind of scattered, and I don't have things where I'm used to them, it makes it very annoying for me, especially when I want to pan through all of my provinces very quickly. It would be worth, let's spend the population surplus there and get a waterworks. We already have one there. And I could put a little bit of money, especially over here where we're doing a lot of recruiting and fighting. This would be worth doing, although Federati spears, in my mind, aren't particularly useful. I mean, they're not terrible units, it's not really worthy of a 600 gold maintenance cost. But that does get us closer to Herculani Seniors, which I don't know if those are worth 1,000 gold maintenance costs, but they are pretty good. Alright, well I think I'm satisfied with the upgrades so far. So let's see. Does anybody need to get moved around here? There's really nowhere for them to go, which is unfortunate. Like, I need to use up his influence, but I just have nowhere to move him. I really need people to ascend to Master of Offices so that I can start moving other people up. Let's go ahead and reappoint Vindonius Crassus, because we took him out of his position at Liguria, and we're going to move him to, if I remember right, Dalmatia. No? There we go. Alright, so that's done. Now we need to go over here, and we need to give the Emperor the boot. And we'll replace him with Lucius Triarius. It'll cost me a bit of gold, but that's fine. And let's see, you can have this, if nothing else. And then it'll take the Emperor a turn to arrive, but we can appoint him as governor. And that should help with his influence issues, I would think. The only problem with this plan I can foresee is that he's not particularly built for governing. We very much, leveled him as a general, but to get to the top rank, you need to have at least 1 point in every perk anyways, so it's just a matter of, a couple of level ups getting him to here, and then we can kind of fill in what suits a governor better than a general. Since he already has, 1 point in most everything else anyways. So how far are you guys off from a promotion? Can I promote you? This is Marinus. Apparently I can. Okay, good. So that was my intent anyways, was to get him up there. And that means that this guy can then become Supreme Commander next turn. Although, that's not a very good post for a governor. But then again, I don't really have anywhere else or anybody else to fill that post. I would like to get Titus Pullo in there, but he just doesn't have the influence. But that would be fantastic, because he would get more melee attack. I think the last thing we'll do today is we're going to go ahead and move our army here and then declare war. And that will be probably the end of our turn. And then we'll see what the enemy decides to do between turns.
Your next command.
And base our strategy off of that. That's about as far as I can go. I don't want to risk killing my general just by walking. But that should prevent them from pretty much doing anything. I can't see them. I mean, they might bring both armies to attack one of these forces, but I don't think they'll have much luck with it. Oh, perfect. We have mercenaries available too. Let's take 2 legionary defectors. And that will fill out our party pretty nicely, actually. or our party, our army, our legion, and I hope that we can get the Alamans to take care of this business as quickly as possible. It doesn't even look like they've mobilized toward it yet. But yeah, I need them to go deal with that so that I can war target this and get the Garamantians to come take it. The Garamantians aren't doing particularly well militarily, but if I have two full legions reinforcing them, like sitting in fortified stances where they're in reinforcement range, I would think that they would be smart enough, especially with the war target, to just come in and finish them off. We should easily overwhelm them. This isn't a walled city or anything. And then because we already have a trade agreement with them, that means we would be traded the gems. We already are getting gems from the Alamans, but more is always better. And then this would, I hope, allow these guys to field a larger army, which should help them with, well, help us if we decide to push east. Because the Eastern Romans are losing a lot of ground over here. They've lost most of Egypt. Well, I guess just that one, just Alexandria itself, but they've lost all this territory here, and I'd eventually like to help them reclaim it, or claim it in my own name, and reform, you know, one entire Roman Empire rather than a split Roman Empire. Anyways, that's where we'll leave it for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. I had a great time playing some Total War Attila with you. Once again, it's good to be back, and I'll see you guys next time.